home educate your child, or more specifically your autistic child or children? Well, myself and my husband do. Our son is 10 and a half now, and he's never been to school, he's never been to nursery. He's been homeschooled his whole academic life. And although we didn't know that he was autistic until quite recently, it's been something that just innately myself and my husband have always felt was the right thing to do, and it's something that we are super grateful that we've done, and we are thrilled about it. And it's not easy. Home educating any child is not easy. It certainly isn't the easy route. I think people sometimes think, oh, it's the easier route because you don't have to, deal with uniforms, you don't have to deal with the school run and the sort of bureaucracy of school. But it's not easy. You have other things you have to deal with, of course. And plus you're with your kid like 24/7. And as any parent will tell you, that is a challenge. And when you are with your autistic child 24/7, it can be even more challenging. And this is not a slant or a put down on autistic children at all. I myself is autistic. I'm autistic. My husband is autistic. So I've got nothing against people with autism at all. I'm just saying that it can be an added challenge to the already challenging situation that can be home education. We are very, very self-led, and we always have been with our son. But recently we've become more self-led. I think in years past we tried to fit in more, and before we understood autism more, we tried to always think, well, he should be doing this, he should be at this level, he should be doing that, he should be doing that. He's been to like so many classes and like sessions he's been to. We've trying to remember things, karate, theatre, drama, dance, crafts. He's done multi-sports, music. The list is probably endless. Lego clubs. I'm just going to come and think about them all now. So the point is, he's been to loads of different classes, loads of different sessions, some relaxed, some more formal. But we've never really found something that he's really, really clung to. He's much happier being at home and being with me and my husband. He's much happier being in his safe space and going at his pace. The classes he used to find, as I call them classes, not necessarily classes as you would think of as a school class, but the groups, the sessions, he would often be quite nervous about going in. And then all the sort of facilitators would always say, oh, he's so good, he's so engaging, and he really seems to participate in the classes. And then when we would pick him up, we'd have a different scenario. We'd have a little boy who was upset, who was perhaps not talking and didn't want to communicate, or would grunt, or would cry, or would get angry, who would hide in his room. All these kind of situations, and at the time we couldn't understand what was going on. And now, having realised that he's autistic and looked into that further, we obviously understand that he was masking within these sessions and doing what he thought he should do. And when he came out, he was so tired and overwhelmed by having to do that he then took himself away and needed to decompress, and he would then come to us after half an hour, 2 hours of being in his safe space, quiet, doing his things with his things, and then he'd be sort of fine again. So we've gone from sort of pushing the classes on him and really sort of encouraging the classes to letting him pick and choose what he does, and that has worked so much better. It really has. We've got such a happier boy, and ironically, from thinking that he had to do all these things because he wouldn't learn, he's actually learnt more off his own back doing his own thing. So that has been a revelation, really. So yeah, that is, in my opinion, with my child, that has been the way to go. Very much self-led, very much yeah, let him lead the way, let him learn what he wants to learn, the subjects he wants to look at, and they can change. You know, he could get, you know, being autistic, he gets very, very obsessed, for want of a better word, focused on one thing. So we had a long, long period of obsessional Titanic information. So he would learn everything about the Titanic, and he'd watch everything about the Titanic. He'd do drawings of the Titanic. He'd do everything about the Titanic, and this went on for quite some time, and we just went with it. We just like, okay, fine, Titanic. So we obviously got the Hollywood film. He watched documentaries. We found all these different things about the Titanic, yeah, it was really, really, really great, and I loved learning along with him. And then it changes, He's like really into Lego, really into Indiana Jones. I mean, all different things. But you just go with it, and you just see what's coming next, and it's a nice way to be. And I think if you can be with your child like that, then that's a great way, whether they're autistic or not. But I think with autism, when they're really super hyper focused on something, it's great to be able to hone in on that. So I just want to say, if you're home educating your child, if you're home educating your autistic child, then good for you, and keep going, because I know it can be super duper challenging, and I'm sure you are doing a fantastic job. So well done mums, well done dads, well done grandparents, carers, guardians, whoever you are, well done.